Hi guys, I'm Mark.
I'm Penny.
And we are the Oyster Boys, and today we are reviewing one of my personal favourites, because I've drank it a lot of times before, Maisel's Weisse, original.
Well, you know, who got you onto the wheat train?
It was you. You bought me my first ticket to the Weisse train. To the Weisse train?
It's about time we reviewed this beer, isn't it?
It really is.
We've been rocking on about Weihenstephaner.
Erdinger.
No, we've not talked about Erdinger, but you've obviously recently told me today you've had yesterday you had your first Erdinger. Save that for another day. But you know, we always know, and every time we go on see other reviews, they always compare. This is almost like the benchmark. This Schneider Weisse and Weihenstephaner and Erdinger, the benchmarks, and this is definitely one of the classics.
It is. It's an absolute banger.
And you don't get it at commercial supermarkets.
You're never going to see this on tap at a pub.
No, and it blows my mind. Why not?
Yeah.
Why you're not?
You know, you'll go to. I mean, I shop in Sainsbury's because it does click and collect as local.
Yeah.
But all you can get Sainsbury's wheat beer wise is Weihenstephaner, Erdinger, and Hoegaarden, I think. But,
well, Hoegaarden is your Belgian one.
Yeah, but it's as a wheat.
Right. I was hoping you're going to try and pronounce the Franken-Station.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Me neither.
But yeah, you don't see this in supermarkets. It's not readily commercially available unless you go out of your way to go to a bottle shop or you just happen upon it.
Yes. It's well worth going to a bottle shop if your bottle shop sells this.
Do you know much about the history of this beer? About Maisel's Weisse
It's a private brewery. It's nowhere near 1,000 years old, as some of them are. So I think it's 1887. So they're over 100 years old. Started off by two brothers. You have to try and bear with me with the pronunciation, but Uwe Hans and Hans Maisel, two brothers that started out, do 20 different styles of beer. 20 different styles, almost like wine stuff. They were 21, this is 20. They probably do it 20 and above. But interesting about Maisel's Weisse is they've actually started off a company in 2012 called Maisel and Friends. So basically they're investing in entrepreneurs, probably themselves and their own brewers, to take the initiative and sort of create sort of speciality beers, whether that be for certain periods, whether your Christmas beers, but also your craft beers and things like that, trying to get the things going. I mean, I don't know whether that's wrong because me and you don't spend much time in Germany or France or Spain. Personally, when I think of craft beers, I think of Britain and America, and that might be wrong. You know, I always seen that the continent is traditionalist.
Yeah, I think it's because we don't see craft beer from. Well, having said that, there's beers that we drink from UK breweries like Left Handed Giant. They do collaborations with
Holland,
Ultige and Holland.
Okay, yeah.
You know, there's other breweries that do that, but that's really the only way we're going to see them, unless a bottle shop that we go to happens to import craft beers from another country, from small brewers, which is not very likely.
No, and often it's usually British or American, and it's these guys are trying to create that entrepreneurship, and I'm sure like the Germans will be crying out, or you know, on the screen getting what about A, B, C, D.
You know, every nation,
breweries.
wherever you're from, you've got lots of small craft breweries, but we don't get them over here. So we just don't see them.
I don't know whether this is sort of like, if you remember, we talked about Miller's Core, or they'd been changed their name to
Molson Coors.
Molson Coors, yeah. And they obviously Blue Moon was their sort of
craft arm, wasn't it?
And maybe Maisel and Friends is these guys' craft arm. But anyway, their motion arm for the original Weisse beer, the wheat beer. This is what they're known for. So, and it's still owned by the family Joseph or Jeff. Jeff.
Jeff owns it.
I'm trying to make it more continental.
Jeff from down the Red Lion.
So I think he's fourth generation. He's so it's still family kept.
Yeah.
So it's as any other German beer that we've found, it's always family traditional, kept to the rules, Reinskabotten. So they're still traditionalists. So I love this beer, you love this beer. I'm really interested to actually give it a review, because every time I drink a beer, I don't actually sit there and go, I'm going to give this an Oyster Score.
I'll tell you what, should we get it in the glass?
Yeah.
And see how it looks, yeah? You too cold? Are you? I mean, what we're looking at here is a
5.1%.
Yeah.
Classic wheat beer.
We've not gone for the wheat beer glasses, not sure why, but screw it. I mean, it looks exactly... Oh, I've gone too hard. I've gone too hard. Oh, I can't even slurp that off the top because it'd be cheating.
You say that, but mine was the same. So maybe that's just...
It's a very gassy... Well, wheat beers are highly carbonated anyway, aren't they?
I know. But I don't think that's our skills. I mean, we pulled...
Might be my skills. I mean, I've done a bad job.
Yeah, but yours is not too far off mine. Maybe it's the glasses. Maybe when you said we didn't do the right, obviously, glass, but... We can still start to establish the colour. I mean, this is no Erdinger Weihenstephaner. This is more...
Darker, isn't it?
It's darker. It's tilting towards the sort of Schneider Weiss-esque style wheat beer. So I'd expect a bit more sweetness from the beer.
But I mean, looks-wise though, from for a wheat beer, I think it looks what you'd expect to look. A bit darker than I thought it would look. Having said that, I've seen it a lot of times. I shouldn't really criticise it. I thought it would look exactly like this because I've seen it a billion times, but it's darker than other wheat beers from this region.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing though.
You can't see
anything through it.
No, and that's not, this has been stood in the fridge. This hasn't been stirred up. There probably is some yeast at the bottom. We've not got it in there yet, but this is a generally cloudy beer, which is
expected from the process style. Yeah. I'm seeing that from a wheat beer angle. Love the wheat train. Okay. It's an 8.2 for me.
Oh wow, it's a solid.
Oh, it's definitely high. It's definitely high.
High score. That's a high score. I wasn't going to go high. I was going to probably be like a 7.7.
Well, I mean,
but your score's your score.
I look at it and go, that's a wheat beer straight away.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how I'm going to smell it with a head like that. I don't think anything's going to be coming off, but I'm going to put my nose in there and see.
Do you want to give it 5 or are you going to go straight in?
Oh, I mean, I was wrong.
Ooh,
I was wrong.
Are we in the grocery store in the banana section here?
Yeah, where's it? Somebody stored the bananas next to the cloves.
And the toffee.
Yeah. Oh, it smells good. It smells good. Bit on my nose there. Oh, it smells really good.
I don't want to put my nose away. I don't want to stop smelling it.
Walk around like this.
Yeah, I don't want to stop smelling it. I don't want to move the glass away. I just want to keep just... Imagine that was a perfume of life.
No, that smells great.
Okay.
It is bananas and cloves kicking you in the face. There is toffee in there. There's also, like, what is that? It's like dates.
Like clove, yeah, dates. It's got the caramelisation. Banoffee pudding or something, sort of like that.
Yeah. Imagine a banoffee pie in a drink.
I feel when we did the Weihenstephaner, it was like fresh bananas, where this is sort of like
old. This is like the black banana.
They're the best though.
In the fruit bowl.
When someone goes, "Do you want these?" and go, "I'll make a fantastic cake from that." And you're
banana bread would be a treat from the bananas that are going into this.
Oh God, yes. I don't want to move it away. Can you take this glass to my nose?
It smells incredible.
Because I want to smell this the rest of my life.
8.9.
This is great.
8.9.
8.9.
8.9.
9.
Oh.
That's one of the best smelling beers for a wheat beer.
Wow. Can we dive in, please?
Yeah. Yeah. That is.
Cheers.
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 Oh. The silkiness just wrapping around my tongue.
Oh my word. Wow.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a creaminess that's just...
It's the long taste again. We've got the long taste with this one. It's not quick. It's not, I don't get it and then it goes. This is a really good, long tasting beer. I've still got it in my mouth now. Wow. Wow. And that's why
it's so silky. Well, it's renowned for this specific style of beer. It's so, like, the carbonation isn't... Although when we did the beers, it frothed up, I was expecting like super hard bubbles to hit us.
It's fine.
I thought the beer blind in his pack would ready to pounce, but they're not. It is fine, like you said.
This is going to be disturbingly high score. the taste.
Oh.
For me, this is a 9.5 on the taste. And I think that might be the highest taste score I've ever given for anything. This just is incredible.
It's so good. Do I go there? It's definitely in the 9s. Oh.
I'm not telling you what to do.
No, I know. I'm going to step behind 9.4. That's fantastic. The bitterness is spot on.
So good.
It's to pull that flavour, because this isn't from the hops. Do you know what I mean? This is pure.
It's the yeast and
yeasty,
the
open fermented ethers that are pulling off that banana.
And the wheat that goes into it as well. You know?
I give that to my partner Charlotte and give it, and she went. And I give her this, and I give it next to it. I know this shouldn't affect the scores, but I give her that next to Schneiderweiss, thinking they won't be a million miles off. And she hates the Schneiderweiss, but that she was like, that is one of the best beers I've ever had.
Yeah. And that's a testament for that beer, isn't it? It's a fantastic beer.
And to be a wheat beer and score 9.4, or 9.5. Ooh, that is a good, tasty beer. I'm always a bit step back that I'll give it that score, but what was I expecting? It's
brilliant.
Burp line's starting to approach me now, but oh man, I mean, it's everything. It's got the bitterness on the back of my tongue. It's got the sweetness of a banana bread on the front of my tongue. It's not fresh bananas. It's that, like we said, the blackened caramelized banana on the front of my tongue, but it's not too sickly. It's got lovely mouthfeel. It's got lovely body. It's
nice cap too.
Nice cap too. It's not like Clef where they hide it under a shitty homebrew bottle cap thing. That's really, really nice.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what as well, just moving on to the price, for £2.60 for a bottle, yeah, mind blown.
And that's
mind blown.
Yeah, but that's not £2.60 from a
supermarket
or a online store, which probably buys at the same price as supermarket. That's from our local bottle shop.
This is from a small independent store, which normally you're going to pay more.
And you could get that delivered for free at the same price.
From our one, yeah, as long as you spend a tenner. They'll deliver
That's not a big ass, that is it? You can order 4 bottles of that and they'll deliver it.
Perfect. But, you know, £2.60 from a small independent for a beer like this, how can anyone complain? How could anyone complain?
There's more flavour in that than I've had from New England IPAs from them.
Yeah, that is, to be honest, some of the New England IPAs I've had recently have been shocking. Really bitter. Which is not what you.
And they've been about £4, and you've, you know.
Yeah, and you get home and you drink it, and there's nothing you can do once you've drank it. You sit there and thinking, well, I won't buy that again. And this is just packed full of aroma, flavour, and the value is probably a 9.
Well, Hops and Lead, he commented on our video and said that if it's a New England for America, he said if it's a New England IPA and it's bitter, it's not a New England IPA.
Yep.
And I know, and this is a wheat beer, and wheat beer shouldn't be bitter, and this isn't bitter, and it's packing full of punch flavour, and this is fantastic beer, and it'd be 9.1 for me as well for price, because that is fantastic. I wouldn't question that. In fact, I would go £9.60. Give me another 4.
£9.60.
£2. £2. And we talked about that beer that with the stout, and it was I would said that I wouldn't be happy paying it, but I would pay it because it was good. Well, this is that good and it's that cheap that I would
be happy
buy more. It was that good.
Yeah.
I can't mark it down.
And again, sessionability, this is going to shine as well, because it smells great, it tastes great, it's not too strong, it's cheap.
5.1%, it's not a massively strong beer, and it doesn't taste strong either, does it?
I could easily sink at least 7.5 of those.
I think the only thing that lets this down on Sessionability is the fact that it's a wheat beer, and some people get sort of heavy on the belly.
It's not stopping me.
Hey, I know some of our friends that complain about the heaviness of wheat beers. I get that. I get it the next day. But this isn't. It's not a. I don't know, it's not a heavily strong, well it is, you mean taste it, definitely say it's a wheat beer, you definitely get those wheat flavours, but it's not like a Belgian wit where maybe that's because that's unmalted, I don't know, but on Sessionability it's got to be an 8. It's got to be because I wouldn't have anything else.
Yeah. Sit and nail that all day.
I'm a wheat tree. I'm a wheat fiend. I'm a wheat fiend.
You woke up in the middle of a wheat dream.
Oh, yeah, but guess what happened last night? What? I just had a wheat dream. just dreamt about Maisel Weiss all night. It was great. It was great. It was like the what was the story about the abbot that died and they went there and it was the cup never sank. That's a wheat dream. The goblet was never empty. It was constantly full of wheat beer. But I would go in there and I would order that and I would leave, having not straight away because that's Maisel Weiss. What is this? Some shithole? Get out. I would go in there, see that on draft, which I've never had it on draft, and I would stay on draft, and I'm sure it would be better than that, and I'm sure if I had it on draft, it'd probably even score higher.
I'd love to know if you can get it on draft. I mean, if any of you people are from the area where they make this, and if you know that you can get this on draft, please let us know, because I will go there on holiday just to drink it.
Yep.
I would love to try this on draft.
So would I.
That's that. Can you calculate the score for me?
Oh, I'm doing it this time, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Here is the Oyster Score for this beer. I hope you've had a great time watching this video. I've
had a great time drinking this beer.
I'm going to have a great time finishing this and then moving on to even more beer afterwards.
Ooh.
But if you've enjoyed it, please smash like, hit subscribe. Stay tuned in because we've got videos coming up twice a week-ish.
And if you like wheat beers and you've not tried this,
yeah, do it. Do it. Do it. Literally, that's it. Have a great time.
do the meme, isn't it, of the guy from Star Wars going,
Star Wars, Palpatine.
Do it.
Do it. Right.
Oysters out.
Thanks very much, guys. Oysters out.